What's up, YouTube? Kedris here. This is my weekly transfer rumors and Forest news. Got a lot to talk about. Some players have left the club. Some players are lined up to leave as of tomorrow, or is it today? And some players we are looking at. Oliver Glasner, ladies and gentlemen, is in the building. So we got to look at different profile players. We got to look at what our recruitment team is doing. Who are we looking at? That's different from who we were looking at. It's a whole lot to get into. So let's get to it. So we will get this kicked off and started with a fan favorite, Christ and now Oulai from Trabzonspor, 50 million euro price tag, 20-year-old center mid, who absolutely rocked the World Cup with his performance for the Ivory Coast. The Mirror reports that Nottingham Forest is in leading position to sign Christ Oulai to rebuild their midfield following the departure of Elliot Anderson to Manchester City. No concrete offer has been made to Trabzonspor yet, as interested clubs are waiting for the end of the international competition to present financial proposals. I told y'all from the beginning of this window that the World Cup is going to get in the way of a lot of these transfers, especially for players who play in the World Cup who want to come to mid or lower, let's just be real about it, sized clubs. They are going to wait for the big clubs to make their move, and then once that's kind of died down, settled down, then we'll come in for the big and easy pickings, as we always do. I like him a lot. I think there's some things he needs to work on. I think his ball carrying is fantastic. His physicality is fantastic. His passing needs a little bit more work. Defensively, pretty solid. Could use some work, though, on when it comes to when to jump and when not to jump. Outside of that, though, he looks pretty good, especially next to Sangare. So I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. 50 million is a lot, though. 50 million is a lot. But if you're getting the next Elliot Anderson, I mean, it's not enough, is it? Next, we have Jhon Lucumi from Bologna, 18 million euro price tag, 28-year-old center back, left-footed. That's important. Bologna center back Jhon Lucumi is a potential summer transfer target for Nottingham Forest. The 28-year-old has 1 year remaining on his contract and is also attracting interest from Bournemouth, and a previous 18 million euro offer from Juventus was rejected. In the summer of 2025, Bologna reportedly rejected a 15 million euro bid from Bournemouth. So, we all know there's news coming through the woodwork that Morato is probably going to leave this summer. Honestly, I wish him the best. I thought he was very bad defensively, but was an elite passer of the ball. So I expect Lucumi to be that backup option that's coming in to take over for him. How much we're going to sell him for, how much we're going to get, it's a little wish-washy. I think we can pick up Lucumi for 20 to 25 million euros. And if he's somebody who could possibly push Murillo to start, could possibly start on that right side or in the middle, that's worth it to me. If he's that good, if he's good enough, he's worth it to me. I've gone and looked at him, and it's really hard to tell with center backs because a lot of it is physicality and pace, and he definitely has the pace. But I think for me, he's a little lacking in the physicality. He doesn't win as many headers as I thought he would, based on how he positions himself. By the way, great positioning. But yeah, I would go for him, especially if he's pushing for a starting spot. 20, 25 million, that's chump change. Next up is Rico Lewis from Manchester City, 41 million euro price tag, 21-year-old right back. Questionable if he's a right back, but this is from 5 days ago. Nottingham Forest have directly had an offer for Rico Lewis rejected. City currently value Lewis at £35 million. This is also from 6 days ago. According to Team Talk, Forest is one of several Premier League sides interested in Rico Lewis. Nottingham Forest explored a move for Lewis last year in the summer and remain among his strongest admirers, continuing to monitor developments closely. Sources have confirmed there's already significant Premier League interest. Manchester City are prepared to allow Rico Lewis to leave Etihad Stadium this summer if the right offer arrives. Man City would not prevent him from leaving should he decide his future is at another club in search of regular first-team football. Both the player and the club now recognize that a move could be the best solution. I'm not going to go into the rest of it. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. He's not a right back to me. He's really not. He's a midfielder. He doesn't even cross the ball very well, which is basically one of the essential skills a right back needs and something that he needs in an Oliver Glasner system. I don't think he even does that particularly well. I think he's a great passer. I think he's good at finding space between players. I think he is out and out a midfielder. Like I don't know how to like emphasize that anymore. So if he's coming to Forest, if Oliver Glasner wants him to come in here to play the midfield, to play that sixth position, partnered with either Sangari or Dominguez, then yeah, okay, I can see it happening. I can see it actually working really well. But if you're asking me for him to come in, pay 41 million euros, 35 million pounds for him to play right back, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to cut it for me. I can't. He's not good enough at that position. He lacks that type of pace. He lacks that type of crossing ability. For me, it's a no. If he comes in as a midfielder, yes. Right back, no. Next is a familiar face, Arne Engels, once again from Celtic, priced at 30 million euros, 22-year-old, defensive 8/6. That's what I'm going to go with calling him. But transfer for Arne Engels is a possibility, as Nottingham Forest are reported to renew their interest after selling Elliot Anderson to Man City. Arne Engels is valued at 25 million pounds. This is also from 7 days ago in January. I know, we've talked about this guy so much. Oh my god. Celtic rejected several offers from Forest for Engels. The highest was a potential club record sale at 30 million euros. Forest are again considering signing him as they require a replacement for Elliot Anderson, who's set to join Man City. Engels is one of several options under consideration, and finances will not be an issue for the club. I really don't want to talk about him that much, man. We've already gone through him so many times. You guys are aware. I'm aware. We all already have our opinions on him. I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a really, really good backup and a potential player who could be developed into a really elite starter. That's all I'm going to say, man. We all have our thoughts, and we all know what we think, okay? In a surprising turn from a transfer rumor we had in January, Yilmaz from Galatasaray back on the board, baby. 40 million euro price tag, 26-year-old left winger. Although I think he can play both sides. He's very two-footed. But anyway, this is from 4 days ago. According to Tutto Mercato Web, Nottingham Forest has renewed its interest in Yilmaz. Last summer, Forest submitted 2 official bids for the player to Galatasaray, but the transfer did not take place as the English club withdrew due to Galatasaray's 40 million euro transfer fee expectation. Interest in Yilmaz has increased after he contributed directly to 20 goals in the 25-26 season. Now, keep this in mind, that is for the Turkish league. I really like him as a player. I really do. I think he's more of a power type of winger. So, you have like the techie wingers like Bakwa, and then you have the speed merchants like Ndoye. He is a physical, powerful runner with the ball. His dribbling keeps very close to his body. He's not afraid to bump and run, but he prefers to just outstrength his opponent, which I think will translate really well into the Premier League, in my opinion. Of course, if he flops and fails, you never heard this from me. But this is also from 5 days ago. According to Tutto Mercato, Forest is showing interest in Yilmaz during the summer transfer window. I think for 40 million euros, I would go get him. I think he's a player because the thing is at this point we have to accept that a lot of these signings are what Oliver Glasner want. Oliver Glasner has signed a 13 million pound a year contract with Nottingham Forest. He has been given the authority for transfers, absolute authority. So at this point, this being 4 days, this is where Oliver Glasner started to dip his hand into the cookie jar. Does he play a 3-4-2-1 at Nottingham Forest? This is the question that is on the mind of everybody. So if we can get him to play that left wing position, because, a 3-4-2-1 can also be construed as a 3-4-3 with wingers. It's just the way that he's played it at Palace is a 3-4-2-1. So I assumed that's how you'd play at Forest. But it's interchangeable, bro. It might just be that's the type of players he had available. I'm rambling. I want this player. I like this player. That's the bottom line. Also, from Sevilla has been linked. They moved to Nottingham Forest. Obviously, that is not his actual name. It's shorthand for, I've looked at the name. It's like really long. But 10 million euro price tag, 22-year-old left back. Remember how I told y'all Glasner likes left-footed left backs and right-footed right backs. This is from 4 days ago. According to ABC Sevilla, both Newcastle and Nottingham Forest have joined the competition to sign also, which is really weird because Newcastle have Lewis Hall, which I think is the best left back in the Premier League. So that's weird. But this is from 6 days ago as well. Forest has joined Fiorentino and Strasbourg, expressing interest in Sevilla's 22-year-old Spanish-Argentinian left back. He made 21 appearances for La Liga, scored 2 goals, yada, yada, yada. Basically, very young player, very raw player, very attacking player. I think he could do with some bulking up. He lacks, I think, a little bit of the physicality needed. He looks like he should be like stronger than he is, but he's not, so it's weird. But a very attacking wingback. Sure, take that how you will. But I think I like him from what I've seen. He's really raw, but defensively better than, damn it, Luka Nets. Defensively better than Luka Nets. So, like I said, him and Nets fighting it out for that left wingback option could be real spicy, and I think I would enjoy it. So I think definitely go after this guy. I mean, 10 million euros, that's it. Probably have to pay a little bit more because, you know, we're a Premier League team, so 15 million, that's chump change, man. Go get him. Go get it done. Next up, my coup de grace, the player I want the most for this team, Curtis Jones from Liverpool, 47 million euro price tag, 25-year-old center mid. I would say out and out 8 / attacking 8 / a 10. Could play a 10. But from 4 days ago, Curtis Jones is determined to leave Anfield this summer. According to Lewis Steele, the Daily Mail's Merseyside correspondent, Nottingham Forest are exploring a deal for Jones as a replacement for Elliot Anderson. Steele confirmed this interest and said he was told about it approximately a week ago, but he does not know how advanced the interest is. According to Steele, Liverpool won about 35 million to 40 million pounds for Curtis Jones. That is so good, bro. I would take him right now. I would take him right now. Anyways, from 6 days ago, according to Liverpool Echo, very unreliable, by the way, Liverpool Echo, Curtis Jones is reluctant to join Nottingham Forest and could stay at Liverpool after Inter decided the English midfielder is too expensive. Brother, you're 25. Come to me. You want to start? I know you want to start, bro. Come. We have Oliver Glasner, dude. You're going to get trophies here. Come on. Come in, brother. Come in. I love him, dude. I love him to death. I love everything about him, especially if you wanted to play that slick 6/8 role. He could even play the 10, which I actually think he could possibly be better at, but we'll never know. I love him. I love him to death. Get him! Get him! Oh my God. How do I pronounce that name? Mbekezeli Mobakazi. Bruh. Does this guy have a nickname? Can I just call him Imbo? Something? Anyways. 20-year-old Chicago Fire center back, 3.5 million euro price tag is from 3 days ago. Baris Michaels, the agent of Chicago Fire, 20-year-old South African defender. Mbekezeli Mbokazi has spoken about the transfer speculation concerning the player. Anyways, Michaels confirmed he has heard about interest from Nottingham Forest and Brentford. That's good company for recruiting. But is waiting for something more concrete and has stated that mere rumors can have a psychological impact. He revealed that there's also interest from clubs in Belgium, Germany, and Italy. The agent highlighted that Napoli is following Mbokazi with close attention, but clarified that he has not personally had any contact with the sporting director of the Italian club. Michaels added that Chicago Fire is willing to sell the player for a suitable offer from the right club, and that Mbokazi himself feels ready for a new experience and is attracted by the prospect of playing in Italy. Mbokazi has 14 caps and 1 goal for South Africa. He joined Chicago Fire in January of this year. A reported fee of 2.5 million euros. His contract until 2029. Made 12 appearances in MLS. So a very, very young prospect. I went to watch some tape of him, some Chicago Fire tape. Not much of it. Only played 12 games. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Jair Cunha, Tyler Bendon, and Zach Abbott look better than him. I don't see it. Like, he did really good in the World Cup, but I mean, I don't think he's ready to start in the Premier League, and I honestly don't think he's better than those 3 center backs we already got. So I'm one of them. I mean, see, my rule is if it's young talent and it's dirt cheap, which is 3.5 million euros is dirt cheap, do it. Normally, do it. But the problem is we got such a backup at that center back position with Zach Abbott, Tyler Bendon, and Jair Cunha. I don't really think it's important that we get him. So surprisingly, I'm gonna pass. Sorry. Next up, we got a rumor for a real spicy midfielder, Khéphren Thuram from Juventus, 50 million euro price tag, 25-year-old center mid, a very box-to-box center mid. And if I really had to peg him like a defensive center mid, if I had to really like lock him into what I think he should be. 3 days ago, Tutto Sport reports that Liverpool, United, and Forest have explored a deal to sign the midfielder. That tells me absolutely nothing. What is the point of him being on here? I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we get Curtis Jones before we get him. Sue me. Next, we have Ismail Yüksek from Fenerbahce. I'm sure y'all remember him when we played. 27-year-old defensive midfielder. 3 days ago, Forest is reported to be one of several European clubs interested in Fenerbahce's midfielder. It is understood that Como from Italy's Serie A and Bayer Leverkusen from Germany are also observing the player. Fenerbahce's management reportedly does not wish to make a quick decision and plans to evaluate future offers carefully, with the administration's decision to be guided by a report from the technical staff. Ooh, there's a story. Wow. Market estimates his value at 15 million euros. I like him. I think he's very feisty, very combative defensive midfielder. I think he won't have too much of an issue in the Premier League. So I'm honestly fine with going to get him. 15 million euros is dirt cheap for a 27-year-old. My only issue would be Ryan Yates is 27-28. Ibrahim Sangari is 27-28. Nicolas Dominguez is 27-28. Should we be looking at a different age profile for our midfielders that we're trying to get for those 2 6 positions? Kind of should be. A little bit. I still like him. I like him as a player. I really do. I really like him. I would get him, but I'm just saying, maybe looking at a different age profile. Forest, please. Next up, a familiar face, Raoul Bellanova from Atalanta, 30 million euro price tag, 26-year-old right mid / right wing back. 3 days ago, Everton, Fulham, Napoli, Forest, and Tottenham have inquired about the Atalanta wing back. From 4 days ago, according to TMW, I think that's the Tutto Mercato web, if I'm not mistaken, Forest has inquired about Raoul Bellanova and has asked for information regarding a potential transfer. Atlanta is asking for a transfer fee of about 15 to 20 million euros. Honestly, like I've said continuously and consistently, I don't rate the player that highly. If Oliver Glasner wants him, I'll give Oliver Glasner whatever he wants, but I personally don't rate this player that highly. Honestly, we could, if anything, you could just do a swap where we swap Savona for him, and then nobody has to pay any money, or we pay a little bit of money, but it kind of offsets because they're priced at the exact same amount, like 20 million euros. So I don't know, dude. Next on the agenda, Daizen Maeda from Celtic, 20 million euro price tag, 28-year-old left winger, a super speed merchant. 2 days ago, that's Japanese Football Now, reports that Forest are interested in signing Daizen Maeda from Celtic. The club is seeking a fee between 15 and 20 million pounds for the forward, who has a year left on his contract and is expected to leave. Brentford are in the leading position to sign Daizen Maeda, with Everton and Fulham also interested. The late move to Wolfsburg for Maeda did not proceed last summer. Where do I start? I was a huge fan of him. Especially in the Scottish League before the World Cup. I thought he had a lot of technical ability, a lot of speed. He was a better finisher than, I think I was comparing him to somebody else. Who was I comparing him to? I was comparing him to another left winger. But maybe it was wasn't it Dory? No, it wasn't. But anyways, after watching him in the World Cup, I take back what I said. I would not go for him. I think his technical quality is not good enough. He looked fine in the Scottish Premiership, but when he was playing for the Japanese team, he was taking big touches, loose touches. He was getting bullied off the ball a lot, so the physicality is lacking. He definitely has the speed, I'll tell you that much. This dude is probably one of the fastest players in the world. But for me, I need more than that. If you want to play in the Premier League, the best league in the world, you need more than pace, as we've seen with Ndoye. You need technical ability. You need the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. And I just feel like after watching Japan in the World Cup, it really fell short of my expectations, and I'm off of Daizen Maeda. That's where I'm at. Next up, we have an imminent departure. Jota Silva from Forest to Olympiacos, our sister club. 10 million euro price tag, 26-year-old right winger, left winger, doesn't really matter. He's more of a forward. When he shoots like powerful, like straight, so he doesn't really matter what side he's on. But Jota Silva is set to transfer to Olympiacos. He played for Besiktas last season on loan. Silva was acquired by Forest in the summer of 22 for 700,000 euros. That was it. That's all we paid for him. Anyways, after playing for Vitoria Guimarães, he was sold to Forest for 7 million. Anyways, so yeah, he's going to Olympiacos. Apparently, it is going to be a deal with a loan option to buy. I think he's going to do great in the Greek league. I think he's probably going to be one of the top players there. Obviously, didn't cut it at Forest. I don't think he was given much of an opportunity. But then again, like, how do I put it? He's a high energy, high effort player, but he's not really like elite at anything, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm always using that word. When you're in the Premier League, you need to be elite at something. You can't just be mediocre at everything, because then you're just a backup. He's one of those players that is just he was pretty good at everything, but he wasn't elite at anything. So I think good for him. He's probably going to go to Olympiacos. He's probably going to start. He's probably going to make a huge impact, get a trophy while he's there, winning the Greek league. So, I wish him the best. It sucks that this is how it's going to end. But, I mean, he's still in the Marinakis group. I think a lot of Forest fans, and even Marinakis himself, has a lot of love for the player. Another midfield option on the table, Lucas Bergvall from Tottenham Hotspur, 53 million euro price tag, 20-year-old center mid. If I had to really say what he is, I'd say an attacking 8. Not a 10, not a 10. He's not creative enough to be a 10. An attacking 8. This from one day ago, according to Football Insider, Aston Villa and Forest are the primary contenders for the unsettled Tottenham midfielder Lucas Bergvall. 5 days ago, Sky Sports reports that Nottingham Forest are very interested in a deal for Lucas Bergvall. Nottingham Forest believes Spurs would be more receptive to a bid worth £45 million that also includes a sell-on clause. Sky Sports News has been told that Lucas Bergvall still wants to leave Tottenham. In a separate report, Sky Sports News stated that Bergvall has been told he will not be leaving the club this summer. It is understood that the Sweden midfielder wants to play regularly in his preferred number 8 position. That position doesn't exist in the Oliver Glasner system. It feels a move away from Spurs would enable this. Forest expects his fee to be similar to that £45 million, plus a sell-on clause that Brighton are paying for Spurs defender Luka Vucevic. Dude, we should have gone after this Vucevic guy, bro. Dude, I've watched him play. He is insane. Like, this is the next, like, up-and-coming fucking center back, bro. And he's right-footed, too, I think. Let me look at that. Right-footed. Right-footed. He could have played that right center back. Oh, my God, dude. If we would have got him, I would have been like, our defense, locked, solid. Nobody's scoring against us, dude. That's how this guy is so good. Anyways, back to Lucas Bergvall. Other clubs in the Premier League, Spain, Italy, Germany, are monitoring the situation regarding Bergvall. His future is being considered following Sweden's exit from the World Cup. I want to be frank with you. £45 million with a sell-on clause for a midfielder who has not shown any consistency when he starts, is made all of his really good appearances when he's been subbed on. No. For me, I'm out. I said before, I put him below Arne, Engels, and Davide Frattesi from Inter in my tier list. He's dropped even further. Like, I need to find somebody to put in the tier list now that goes above him, because 45 million pounds, 45 million pounds and a sell-on clause? No, thank you. I'm good. No, thank you. Hey, speaking of Davide Frattesi, Frattesi from Inter, 30 million euro price tag, 26-year-old center mid, attacking 8. I think he can also play the 10. 1 day ago, Tutto Mercato reports that Force has not made any offers for Frattesi, and it adds that Inter values the midfielder departure at no less than 25 million. Is that pounds or euros? Be specific, please. What are my thoughts on him? I think 25 million to 30 million is cheap. I don't know where he plays. I assume he plays in the 10 position, which is looking really full right now. Could Glasner play a 4-2-3-1? Something to think about. But anyways, I would take so many midfielders over him right now. I'd take Atta over him. I'd take Oulai over him. I'd take Curtis Jones over him. Kev from Turan over him. I'd take Arne Engels over him. Like, he's very, very low on my pecking order. I would still take him for that price. Like, I think he's worth it. Like, that price tag is pretty good, pretty decent. But I just think there's so many options ahead of him. We need to first eliminate those names from the list. And then I'm thinking, okay, fine, we can take him. Next up, a Forest player linked with a move away from Nottingham Forest. Omar Richards, the left back, 28-year-old, who was on loan at Real Ave this season, performed mediocre to bad. Yeah. Anyways, a report from the news. What the hell's the news? States that Portsmouth. I feel like I'm Portsmouth. Am I saying that? What? Anyways, are looking for a player to complete with left back Connor Ogilvie. Nottingham Forest, Omar Richards is a potential candidate as the 28-year-old English-Jamaican future at the City Ground is uncertain. Richards, who is under contract until 2027, is unlikely to become a regular starter for the Premier League side. I said that. And has spent the last 2 years on loan at Rio Ave in Portugal. I'm just too good at this, bro. Anyways, a move to Portsmouth could offer him the prospect of regular game time. Richards is one cap for the England's under 21. The current transfer market value is 2 million euros. I think he should go. I think that it's correct. He's not going to get playing time. I think Luka Nets comes before him. I think if we go by also he comes before him. I just think he's below average at almost everything. He's got really good pace, but outside of that, like, he doesn't defend well. He doesn't attack well. His passing is not that good. Like, it's just, I mean, I feel bad for the guy because, so long ago he came to Forest, immediately broke his leg, which sucked for him, and then he kind of just got shuffled away at that point, and his career just kind of spiraled to now. I feel for him, man. I really do. That sucks, but this is the Premier League. This is Nottingham Forest. We have to be ruthless. And our squad is bloated, man. We got to cut some dead weight. We got to generate some revenue. I wish him the best of luck. I think he should go. And, yeah. Our final transfer rumor, James Mbekezeli from Nottingham Forest. A departure linked to West Ham United. 35 million euro price tag. 23-year-old attacking midfielder. Some 14 hours. Ooh. There's a bunch to talk about. Okay, we can get into this. From 14 hours ago. According to a report by Graham Bailey, West Ham have opened talks to sign James Mbekezeli from Forest and are prepared to offer a package similar to the £30 million that Forest paid Man City 12 months ago. The report indicates Mbekezeli is receptive to the move, also states that the arrival of Oliver Glasner at Nottingham Forest is unlikely to elevate Mbekezeli's position in the squad. West Ham's plan, as per the report, is to guarantee Mbekezeli more match time and help in their attempt to return to the Premier League in 12 months' time. This report notes that the £30 million package would be a record price paid by a championship club. Some 20 hours ago, West Ham United have opened discussions regarding a move for James Mbekezeli, according to Team Talk. West Ham are ready to challenge Nottingham Forest's willingness to sell the playmaker. Sources indicate that Mbekezeli is receptive to a new opportunity and is also understood to be receptive to the move. West Ham are prepared to offer Forest a package similar to the one they paid Man City 12 months ago. Sources believe an offer of around £30 million could be enough to persuade Forest to agree to a sale. While there is interest from other clubs in the Premier League, sources claim the opportunity to join a club with West Ham's standing and become an important part of their plans is an appealing prospect. Sources have also confirmed that head coach Nuno Espirito Santo wants players with proven quality in the Premier League as part of West Ham's rebuild, and that Mbekezeli matches that description. Wow, oh wow. Wow, oh wow. Where to start? Well, I guess we can start with Forest because that's what we really care about. I agree. I think he probably doesn't have a way back into the team. What Oliver Glasner specifically wants from his players is high energy, high physicality, and those two things are very important for the Oliver Glasner system. Mbekezeli lacks both of those things. He is a very creative player. I will not deny this. He's a very creative player. He can create opportunities. He would be a hell of a player to bring off the bench, but with a team like ours who we're not competing in Europe anymore, his minutes are going to be very, very limited. I think a move for him and for us is the best option, especially if we can recoup the money we spent on him to Man City. That money has already been accounted for in the pre-PSR era, pre this season. With us moving into this new financial era of SCR, getting that extra $30 million back on the books with so much profit will just let us absolutely spend out the wazoo. this summer. I think the goal for us this season is probably to get back into Europe and then to spend as much money as we can before the June 30th deadline next summer. That way, all this profit we're getting for Elliot Anderson, David Carmo, possibly James McAtee, Omar Richards, all that profit can be put towards real quality players before June 30th of the summer coming up. If you followed me, you followed me, okay? But yeah, I wish him the best of luck. Unfortunate, I just don't think he's going to fit into Forest. I always said I don't think his physicality fits the Premier League. I think he'll do great in the Championship. I always said that I think a move to the La Liga would probably be more fitting of his type of style of play. But hey, want to go to West Ham, you want to make a mark, please, man, go. I wish him the best of luck. So that is going to wrap up my transfer rumors part of the video. Just a quick couple of things before we get out of here. Number one, don't forget, Saturday, July 18th, we have our first preseason match against Notts County. I'm not going to pay for the Forest TV service this year. I got things I'm doing on that weekend, so I'm not going to be able to watch it. Also, the opening fixtures, we have been slated to be on TV, live TV for those first fixtures, which means we'll be prime time. And that's Liverpool versus Forest on Saturday, August 29th. And then Forest versus Coventry on Saturday, September 19th. So yeah, we're getting some screen time, even though we're not in Europe anymore. Pretty nice to see. Outside of that, I already said my piece about Pereira leaving, about Glasner coming in. God knows I talked about Glasner coming in. And that is it for me. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on your way out. Let me know if any of these rumors excite you. Obviously, I'm most excited about Curtis Jones since Hayden Hackney is signed for Everton. That was a bummer. But tell me what you're excited about. Let me know in the comments down below. And come on, you Reds.